Going to start doing some derivations using the rule conditional derivation. So the first thing I'm going to do is click on derivation, and I'll put in a user problem, and the user problem will be this: p arrow parenthesis s arrow z. Therefore, S arrow P arrow Z. And this is a good illustration of the types of derivations one might want to do. So, here is the problem. I need to derive S arrow P arrow Z from P arrow S arrow Z. So the first thing I do is I enter and I type show conclusion or show conc. Now, at this point, I need to look at what I'm trying to derive. I look at the kind of width I'm trying to derive, and I see that it is a conditional. If I'm trying to derive a conditional, I will always use the rule conditional derivation. Now, how do I do it? Well, remember, we need to assume the antecedent and derive the consequent. So I'm going to put assumption CD, or as CD, okay, over here. And that will cause the computer, when I enter it, to put S on the line. And now I look at the conclusion, and I see that the conclusion itself is a conditional. So here's a trick, here's a shortcut. I can just, instead of typing show P arrow Z, I can just type show consequent, and it will put in show P arrow Z. And I know that because that's a conditional that I'm trying to derive, I am going to use conditional derivation, and so again I will put as CD. Notice that over here this argument is indented, and the second show is indented from here, from line 2. So this is, in a sense, a subderivation, and in fact that's what it's called, is a subderivation. And now I need to derive the consequent. Now, I don't have to do what I'm about to do, but you might find this easier if I put show consequent here. That will remind me that what I need to show is Z, and this sets up a third inner subderivation. And now Z is atomic, so I know I need to derive that, and so I can bring down my premise. And there's only one premise, so I'll just put PR. Well, I need to derive Z. But to derive Z, well, Z is the consequent of S arrow Z. So if I can derive S arrow Z, I could derive Z. So by 4 and 6 modus ponens, I can derive S arrow Z. And now 2 and 7, I can derive by modus ponens Z. At this point, I need to say, close my show. I need to say how I've derived it. Now notice, this is a direct derivation. So I will put 8 dd. All right, fine. That's gotten me there, and so far nothing is unfamiliar. Now, I've thus derived Z. But remember, I needed to derive Z because that was the consequent of P arrow Z. So now I need to close this derivation too. And to close this derivation, I now put 5 CD. That is, I've derived line 5 by conditional derivation. And notice what will happen. it will box the entire derivation and cross out the second show. So too, line 3 is the consequent of what I need to show, the principal thing I need to show, namely S arrow P arrow Z. And so this is going to be 3CD. And now, notice the first show is crossed out, and I'm done. And I can even check it. Okay?